themselves, get two better instructors, First Sergeant and Colonel McKiernan, and they are amazing role models and leaders, really helping these students see something bigger than themselves and have that opportunity to live for others. It's a really great group.
We're talking with Elizabeth Hines, Secondary Director of Learning and Assessment. Camden Lakers trailed the Lebanon Yellow Jackets 28-7 here on the district championship game. But Beth, is there any other messages school needs to get out? Any shout outs for you or any messages to Laker Nation?
Hey, we have hope, boys. Second half's coming. We're coming strong. We'll be coming back here.
Yep, and like I said, this, so every Friday night gets excited, but like I said, you got a chance to watch your older siblings play, and then your nieces and nephews play.
Yes.
And we're out here on Friday night, and every Friday night's like a class reunion. Heck, it's almost like a family reunion because we go back so far. We're darn near family. But
that's right.
Thanks. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Keep us up to date on everything, and let us know if we can help out with anything.
Will do. Appreciate it.
That's Elizabeth Hines. I'm Luke Hagedorn. Lakers trail 28-7.
This is the Heritage Bank of the Ozarks halftime report.
And coming up with highlights from the first half, stats, and more on your home for Lakers football. 93.5 Rocks and Lake and KRMS TV.
That was really good.
Property damages, lost lives, horrible losses caused by floods can be minimized or prevented. DRIPS LLC believes the best way to prevent human suffering is through a fast and simple, stress-free barrier system. One 5-connected bag system replaces 750 regular sandbags and can be set up and filled in place by 2 men in less than 10 minutes. That's 200 times faster deploy than regular sandbags. Not only are our Big Bags USA barrier systems easy to lengthen and stack, but they conform to all types of terrain. Now is the time to implement a cost-saving, efficient deployment barrier plan and method. It's never too early to be prepared. Request a free quote today by calling 800-337-0537.
Purchasing a boat is a pretty big investment, and when you purchase a Rough Water dock, you're protecting that investment for years to come. Rough Water Dock has been your trusted dock builder at the lake for over 30 years, specializing in custom docks that are built to withstand the rough waters of the Lake of the Ozarks. Rough Water is a full-service dock builder offering commercial construction, dock additions, swim docks. They're Amarin certified and fully insured. Rough Water Dock, the peace of mind you want and the protection you need.
It's the original home for Laker football, 93.5 Rocks.
Heritage Bank of the Ozarks halftime report continues here. Lakers trail 28-7. Work to do for the Lakers in the third and fourth quarters coming up. And folks, we want to remind you tonight's game, not only a competitive contest between Camdenton and Lebanon, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved, because high school activities are about learning life values. Your friends here at 93.5 Rocks Lake and KRMS TV and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition here in the state of Missouri. Folks, most of them low lights, but some highlights in the mix here are Stover Carpet and Drapery first half Laker highlights coming at you. Again, Smith keeps it, and again the Lakers do a good job of stacking them up, but I think he made it in for a touchdown, and Lebanon is on the board. 8:25 to go in the first. They lead the Lakers 6-0. They turn the interception into points. Fourth down and goal. Gavin Smith off left tackle. He's in for a touchdown. Lebanon extends their lead. It's 13-0. 2:07 to go here in the first. Bear Shore will fire corner of the end zone. He's got a man. It is caught for a touchdown. Cam Durnan puts the Lakers on the board to start quarter number 2.
And Durnan lays out for that one, sacrifices his body.
Again, a keeper and an option pitch to Bartell. Dives for the goal line. Touchdown. That was close. In the college game, it would be reviewed, but this is the high school game at 7:03. A 5-yard touchdown run by Bartell puts the Yellow Jackets back up 14. There you go. It's your first half highlights presented by Stover Carpet and Drapery. 28-7. Lebanon leads it. And don't forget that first touchdown. It came on a Laker interception. A pass that bounced off the hands of Camdenton into the waiting arms of Hendricks. Lebanon then a few plays later turns it into a touchdown. And turnovers so vital in this game like they were a few weeks ago. Camdenton wins that battle. They win the game. They score just about on every drive. Not tonight. Just 7 points so far for the Lakers. They are struggling. Lebanon gets the ball. Don't forget to start the third quarter. All right, let's go to our BG Tree Service Score Center right now. Still some big games. We are keeping our eye on Sammy Stava standing by inside that BG Tree Service Score Center. Sammy.
Yes, thank you, Brendan. In Class 5, District 6, top-seeded Carthage leads 3-seeded Republic 21-6 at halftime. And in Class 5, District 3, out in the St. Charles area, Francis Howell leads Fort Zumwalt North 14-0 at halftime. In Class 4, District 6, in our other Ozark Conference game, West Plains is a big over Bolivar, 31-0. And locally, Osage Trails Reed Spring 14-6 at halftime in the Class 3 District 6 championship game. From the BG Tree Service Score Center, I'm Sammy Stava. Guys, back to you.
Sammy, thank you very much. So Republic not out of that game down there in Carthage are keeping it close. Camdenton trying to keep it close here at the JOD. But down 28-7. This is the Heritage Bank of the Ozarks halftime report. Heritage Bank of the Ozarks with locations in Camdenton, Lebanon, and Plato. Visit heritagebankozarks.com. Luke's got a look at stats. When we come back, it's Laker football powered by Polylift Boat Lifts, 93.5 Rocks the Lake, and KRMS TV.
There's something for everyone at Alhana Resort. Explore the lake area, take in picturesque scenery, enjoy boating and fishing, or just chill poolside or by the fire. Whether it's a family reunion, romantic weekend getaway, excursion with friends, or annual vacation, Alhana is the perfect place to stay any time of the year. Great food, entertainment, lodging. Alhana Resort at the end of Horseshoe Bend has it all, making memories for almost 70 years. Let them help make your next trip one to remember. Book now at thealhanaresort.com.
Number 1 on my bucket list is remodeling the kitchen. I chose Designer Showcase Remodeling over the competition because I know my kitchen will look wonderful. Owner Jeff Kanata is the first award-winning certified master kitchen and bath designer at the lake. Designer Showcase Remodeling works with my budget, focusing on my wish list to make it a reality. Your home is their passion. View their services, gallery, and contact information at designershowcase.me or call Jeff at 630-774-1432.
If you're a contractor, call Kenny Carroll Excavating. For one home or multiple to new subdivision infrastructure, they're the guys. Driveways, a load of gravel or topsoil, drainage issues, land clearing, ponds, and much more is what they do. Kenny Carroll Excavating installs water lines, water systems, and is a registered septic installer. Competitively priced, and their drivers and operators are veterans in the field. Big or small, they do it all. Visit KennyCarrollExcavating.com or call 317-0464.
Family-owned original, Stover Carpet and Drapery on Highway 54 in Camdenton.
It's the original home for Laker football, 93.5 Rocks.
Heritage Bank of the Ozarks halftime report continues. We mentioned we're hoping not to get too far below freezing. Well, we are at freezing right now. This Royal Heating and Air Conditioning weather update, 32 degrees. And you never like to see this. There's now snowflakes in my weather forecast at 10 and 11 and midnight tonight. I'll be doggone. So there's even snow now in our forecast here tonight. But it is cold. It is windy. 32 degrees under clear skies at the moment here at the JOD. Brought to you by Royal Heating and Air Conditioning, the king of comfort. Let me throw things over to my partner, Luke Hagedorn. He is inside the Heritage Bank of the Ozarks halftime report and the Kenny Carroll Excavating broadcast booth. He's got our Econolift boat lift stats from this first half. Luke.
Yeah, not looking great for the Lakers. On 10 rushes, they've accumulated 25 yards on the ground, while Lebanon rushed the ball 36 times for 249 yards. Through the air, the Lakers were only able to complete 7 passes for 57 yards. Of course, Lebanon not attempting a pass in the first half. Rushing leaders for the Lakers, Bear Shore 8 for 31, Cam Durnan for 1 for negative, Reese Waters 1 for negative. Bear Shore is able to complete 7 passes on 15 attempts. He does have 1 interception and 57 yards. Camdenton was 0 for 1. Receiving leaders for the Lakers, Cam Durnan 4 for 45, Kyle Edson 1 for 6, Blake 1 for 5, Blake Ford that is, and Reese Waters 1 for 1. Most of Reese Waters' damage done in special teams on those kick returns. Man, not a lot working for the Lakers here in the first half.
And it just feels like time very much not on their side. It is imperative for the Lakers to get some turnovers.
Basically going to have to play a perfect second half here for the Lakers to come back. Lakers come back in this one. It's going to be one of those storybook ball games that we talk about,
no doubt,
for decades.
They've got work to do. Sammy's got another update for us, by the way. He says it's now 21-6. Osage trailing Reed Spring at the half. Osage 21-6. They are down to Reed Spring. They're in Class 3. Sammy will continue to keep an eye on it. Let's step aside. This has been the Heritage Bank of the Ozarks halftime report. When we come back, kickoff of the second half. Lakers down 28-7. It's Laker playoff football powered by Polylift Boat Lifts, 93.5 Rocks the Lake, and KRMS TV.
When searching for a home loan, it's important to find a partner you can rely upon. Top producing mortgage team Mortgage Headquarters is here to help you find the perfect loan program that fits your needs. Whether it's your first home or your dream home, Mortgage Headquarters can help you own it. Their mortgage experts make it easy, helping you through every step of the process. Mortgage Headquarters is locally owned and operated with over 24 years of serving the Lake area. Visit lakeloan.com. Call 573-302-9990. NMLS 1229111. Somerset Boat Lifts offers a full range of Duratec boat lifts.
At the Bend, a traditional grill, you'll fall in love with their food and the atmosphere on all levels. There's something on the menu to please every palate. Appetizer specials, soups, salads, pasta, seafood, steaks, chops, delicious sides, and desserts. Open for dinner Tuesday through Saturday. Reserved now at the Bend for holiday events and private parties. The first great restaurant that you'll see down the Bend from Bagnell Dam Boulevard. Visit the Bend's website or Facebook page or call 573-693-1553.
Go together. Hi, this is Chris at the Butcher Shop. We know nothing goes together better than football and grilling.
Stop scrubbing your bottom for heaven's sakes. Just stop and see us. Econolift at the lake.
Econolift uses only the highest quality materials, completely galvanized metal parts, and totally enclosed polyethylene tanks for more stability in high traffic water. Made with 100% virgin plastic, not recycled plastic that could weaken your tanks. And they're backed by a lifetime warranty. That's why Econolift is the most dependable yet affordable boat hoist available today.
Econolift at the lake.
High school football action with Brendan Matthews, Luke Hagedorn, and KB from the Kenny Carroll broadcast booth.
Back at the frozen tundra of Bob Shore Stadium, home of the Lakers, where Camdenton trails Lebanon in this Class 5 District 5 championship game, 28-7. Lebanon will begin the second half with the football. Luke, KB on the sidelines. His updates brought to you by Lensmart Optical. Fellas, let's talk about what has to happen here, right? This is, Luke, you intimated it here a second ago. Things are going to have to change drastically. What are those things?
Yeah, everything. You're gonna have to come up with some stops, whether that's just some quick 3-and-outs against Lebanon or a turnover here and there. Got to get that. That's a must. And then you have to take advantage of every opportunity you have on the offensive side of the football, because those opportunities could be limited in the second half. You obviously need to put a couple touchdowns on the board to even get within striking distance here, and then you can't do it all at once. You can't eat the whole elephant at once. You got to take small bites, but you got to take consistent bites, and they all have to go your way.
I feel like this drive, the first step is, and to me it doesn't even matter, does Lebanon run off 1 minute off the clock or do they run 7? I don't care. This cannot result in points, this next drive.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. This has got to be a scoreless drive. Then later you have to start worrying about how much time they take. But you can't worry about that on this first drive. It's simple.
Yeah,
Get the football back with the score still 28-7.
You're not going to make up the entire difference here on one play. So, sometimes, defensive players or just players in general in a situation like this, you want to be the hero. You want to make the big play. You want to turn it all around with one play. You just can't do it with one play. It's a series of plays. You have to string together several plays to make this work. So just be consistent. Don't get burned on anything, and just try to get yourself in striking distance. Put yourself in a position where you don't have a chance to win the game right now. What you have a chance to do is to put yourself in a position to win the game.
You do have a chance to lose the game right now if you give up points.
Yes, yeah,
I'm pretty
absolutely.
convinced about that. KB on the sideline. His updates brought to you by LensMart Optical. KB.
Yeah, guys, we're down here talking to some of the Laker players, and these guys mentioned they know what they've got to do. This is do or die right now. This is the whole season on the line. I think these guys realize that. Don't know really what they talked about in the locker room. That was kind of kept quiet. But I will say that these guys, Coach Shore is trying to get them motivated because there's a lot of things on the line. Of course, this could very well be the final game as the head coach of the Lakers. But you know what? It's not over yet. We've still got a whole half of football to play. I've seen stranger things happen in the Laker football game.
We've seen it. Heck, we saw it this year at Kickapoo. Quite frankly, that was a game we had probably written off. That game last year at Glendale, we had probably written off.
Yeah.
And Lakers came back to win both those games, and those games were on the road. Now, Glendale and Kickapoo, they're not Lebanon. And Lebanon is, that's what was different about the first game. Camdenton got out to a lead, and that was critical. Lebanon's not built to come back. This Lebanon team also not built to give up leads.
Yep, and they're going to be conservative here on their kick return. They're going to defend against the onside kick. Only one man deep, everybody else near the 50-yard line, anticipating an onside kick. Lakers not necessarily an onside kick formation, but
it's a Somerset Boatlift kickoff to start this third quarter. Lakers down by 3 touchdowns. There is the onside kick. It hops up there. I think the Lakers got it. I think the Lakers got it.
There you
Laker
go, boys.
football.
There you go.
Unbelievable.
they didn't even have to surprise the Yellow Jackets. The ball bounced perfectly. Cam puts it right where he needs it. And was that Parkman that comes up with the football?
Yeah, it was.
What a play. All of a sudden, as I mentioned, you need a series of things to go right, and that's the first one.
That's why they do CPR, boys. They can pump some life into you.
That is, without a doubt, a nominee for our Lake Ozark Water and Sewer Play of the Game. Here's a QB keeper for Bear Shore, rumbling up the middle. So it takes out of play the talk of they can lose it on this drive because the ball's out of the hands of the Yellow Jackets. Now the Lakers have a chance. Now the Lakers have a chance to cut this thing to 2 touchdowns, and we got a whole new ball game.
Right up in the line of scrimmage, 2 safeties deep for the Yellow Jackets. 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers.
Bear Shore, time, throw wide open. Reese Waters with a flag on the field, makes the catch at the 10. Touchdown, if it stands.
I think
everybody's sticking around the line of scrimmage.
But how open was that? Goodness.
Got yourself a free play there, but
penalty against the Lakers. It obviously wipes points off the board, but you got to feel good about the fact that you're able to scheme something up to get Reese that wide open.
A top deck penalty that is certainly going to put the Lakers well behind the chains.
Shot block against the Lakers, boys.
That's a 15-yarder right there, KB. Tough pill to swallow here, but you got the football still at your own 47-yard line between the hashes. Stewart in motion. Give it to Javari. He gives it to Hewlett, who gives it to Durnan, who fires to a wide-open Waters. Oh, he grabbed it! No!
That was the razzle-dazzle we talked about earlier.
Oh, man.
That's a play you get to run maybe once a year, and they execute it almost flawlessly.
Yeah, Javari to Hewlett to Durnan, and Reese is wide open at the 15-yard line. Just can't bring it in. That's a few times here where the Lakers have schemed up a pass and they just cannot execute.
Third down. Ball at their own 47. Wow.
And here's an opportunity the Lakers needed to take advantage of. Now we got a flag. There's that delay. Is that going to back them up another 5?
Certainly when you get the ball to start the second half with an onside kick, you sure as heck hate to see this happen. I mean, this is just kind of crumbling down. It's going the wrong way, definitely.
And I can't recall saying at all this year where drops hurt this team, but we have seen 2 would-be touchdowns that went off the board today on drop passes, which is, like I said, we never mention that because these receivers have been phenomenal. Bear on third and forever with a hand in his face, lobs one up there, up for grabs, incomplete with 4 Yellow Jackets in the neighborhood.
And I will mention this time that Reese Waters, who had a couple of opportunities, broke up an interception.
He had to switch to DB there for a second, KB. Made a great play.
Now Lakers forced to punt it away here. Squandered opportunity there. You come with the big special teams play.
Now you got to kick it away. My goodness.
There you go.
Takes a great Laker roll. But man, do you start to get a sense that the air has been let out of the balloon, so to speak?
All right.
Got to get myself back together here after that Reese Waters play. I lost my hat. I lost my headset. Golly. All right, now Purple Haze.
Got to do it. Inside the Kenny Carroll Excavating broadcast booth, this is where the defense has to shine. Down by 3 touchdowns. Fake it to Musha. Smith keeps it himself out across the 25, across the 30, where he's brought down for 11 in first down and a 15-yard gain on first down. Not the recipe for success if the Lakers are going to come back in this game. But it's just, guys, I'm still, in a way, speechless. First of all, how often do you see an onside kick recovered in high school football? Rarely. Rarely. And then you execute a triple reverse wide receiver pass where you could not have been more wide open. Like I said, it's a play you can run maybe once a year.
Flag.
We don't want to. I know people don't want to hear us harping on it. You're as bummed out as we are. Procedure against Lebanon. Top deck penalty. That's some good news. -5 for Lebanon. They'll be operating behind the chains here.
Yeah.
10:24 to go in this third quarter.
Kind of said it all night. To disrupt a Lebanon drive at this point, it's a step-by-step process. Well, step 1, penalty on first down is a good step 1.
First and 15. Off schedule now are the Yellow Jackets. Give it to Musha up the middle. Big chunk play again. Across the 35, taking tacklers with them down to the 38-yard line. A gain of 13 yards. Lebanon back on schedule.
And you give it all back right there on that. The second step is you got to stop them on second down. Instead, you give up a big rush. He puts them in exactly where they want to operate, second and short. Leaves their entire playbook wide open here. But the way they've been slashing them with Musha, and again, it's not exactly up the middle. It's more a little bit to the outside. Let's see how they go here.
2nd and 2 for the Yellow Jackets from the Lakers from their own 38-yard line.
That time's up the middle.
Take the fullback dive. Smith keeps it himself. He's dancing around inside the 50. Finally brought down with tacklers along for the ride inside the 45-yard line. That's a major gash again. Gain of 20. And 11 in first down.
Every time Lebanon picks up the first down, it just resets that whole series of plays that the Lakers have to put together. Like I said, you have to take the step-by-step process. Stop them on first, stop them on second, stop them on third. And every time you give up that first down, it just resets the whole equation.
Check that out, gain of 18. 1st and 10, Lebanon at the Laker 45-yard line. Lebanon now operating on the plus side of the field. Toss left for Bartell. cannot turn the corner. Nice open field tackle there by Gabe Norton, who continues his outstanding season on both sides of the football for this Laker team.
Yeah. Last time these two teams met, it felt like the Lakers kind of, a lot of times this multiple offense that Lebanon has, inside, outside, sweeps, reverses, cutbacks, traps, all these different things, you almost have to just kind of guess. You got to guess right. It's kind of like in the old Tecmo Bowl. You either guess the right play and you stop them, or you don't, and they do it. Tonight, Camden just haven't been able to guess right enough times in a row.
Lakers, 4 down linemen, give it to Musha, breaks one tackle, stacked up, then at the 36, right at the line again. Might be a little short.
Against any kind of option team, you kind of got to pick your poison and decide what are you gonna focus on that play, and then when you focus on something, that means you're probably giving up something else.
New Spring Wellness Center time check heading towards 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. Mentioned, didn't care how much time Lebanon took off the clock, just stop them. That was before Camdenton recovered the onside kick, but that sentiment remains the same here. It's 3rd and short at the Laker 36. Take it to Musha, keeper for Smith. He's got a ton of room to run. He's got the 20, 15, 10, 5 touchdown. There's a flag back at the 28, and there's an injured Laker at the 24. That's Jaden Parkman. The play is coming back, but I think the concern immediately turns to Jaden Parkman.
Yeah, such an integral part of this defense.
And what a career 43 has had, fellas. I mean, I don't want to talk like this is the end, because he might be back in this ball game lickety-split, but let's for a moment honor a kid that started as a sophomore as a runaway train, and that mindset of reckless abandon, and I use that in a very positive sense, because he delivered punishment in the defensive backfield, and this year as a linebacker. Jeff Shore having some words with the white hat down there, KB.
Yes, sir.
Not sure if you get an idea of what that conversation's about.
He's very adamant about something. He's gesticulating.
I think he's talking about how
the contact, you think, or what?
Parkman up under his own power. That's great. We hope to see Jaden back out there. Again, a tip of the cap to number 43. Again, penalty backs Lebanon up here. So it's 3rd down and 4 after the penalty. And it's an option left for Smith. Brought down by Mellencamp, trying to strip that ball out. And then maybe they did. Lakers say they got the ball. Reaching in, as Luke likes to say, ripping that ball out. They're talking about it here. It's going to be 11 and 1st down, though, instead.
Yeah, he was down. That ball did come out, but he was down. They're going to...
Clock winding here, heading towards 7 minutes. Lebanon up 28-7, moving left to right. Camdenton started this half recovering an onside kick, but could not score. Give it up the middle, a rare straight up handoff up the middle for Bartell, who's tripped up after a 3, maybe 4-yard gain.
Yeah, you go from that flex bone, you motion him in the backfield, and he automatically becomes a tailback, and it's like an old school slot I formation, Like I said, this offense is so intricate. The difference, it doesn't seem all that much different, but just little subtle differences allows you to do so many different styles of football out of one formation. Keeping it all stacked in tight here for sure.
2nd and 6 from the Laker 32-yard line. Smith gives it to Bartell, who again was operating as the tailback. And let's see what this top deck penalty is all about. If it takes Lebanon off schedule, it will. I mean, here's the thing. Lebanon's up 3 touchdowns, and
here's Parkman going right back out
love
there.
it. Love it. Love to hear that news, KB. God, we love that kid. But here's the funny thing, guys. Lebanon, so far, they're up 3 touchdowns. Lebanon's played far from a perfect game.
Yeah. They've given the Lakers opportunities. Lakers just have not fully capitalized on those. But they're still in this ball game.
Still in it.
Especially, if this score was switched at this point in the ball game, you would say it was over.
Yep.
Because Lebanon not built to come back from this. Camdenton hasn't built. But they're going to have to get it done on defense at least one time here.
2nd and 11 from the 36. Give it to Musha, bouncing it outside. Lakers trying to string it out. They do. Well shy of the line to gain. Norton again over there, along with Mellencamp, who we've called his name a lot, although he's situated closer to that defensive backfield. If he's making a lot of plays, it tells you Lebanon's ripping off some big gains. But nonetheless, Mellencamp's played well.
Yeah.
3rd down and a long 4 for Lebanon at the Laker 29-yard line. Give it up the middle to Musha, who powers ahead inside the 25-yard line. It'll be enough for 11 and first down. And I want to say more so than that first game where Musha was getting the lion's share of the touches. Smith has done a really good job of pulling that ball out from the middle of his chest and keeping it himself. Smith has played a whale of a ball game.
He did, and he played a great game here a couple weeks ago, too. He took a lot of shots. He's under heavy pressure, and he kept getting back up, and just trying again.
Yeah, he got pounded. You wondered if he wasn't going to come out of that game really banged up. But he has sent a message here tonight on 1st and 10 from the 24. Musha tries to dive over the pile. Interesting decision there. Upended by Balderas. You're jumping over the pile. I'm thinking it's like 3rd and inches. I mean, that was 1st and 10.
Yeah, just trying to get some positive.
Got 2, maybe 3 yards. Second
Keeps the
down.
Clock rolling here.
Valderas with the tackle. Ball situated at the 22-yard line. Lakers down 28-7. We're inside the Kenny Carroll excavating broadcast booth.
We're going to use up every second of this play clock. You got to imagine here. Shifting receivers out. Spreading things out a little bit.
Maybe a little miscommunication on a pass play, and they connect. Taking tacklers with them. Flag flies in at the end, which would be in the neighborhood of a face mask, I would think. That would set Lebanon up 1st down and goal.
Smith's first pass of the night, didn't look pretty.
Didn't look like it was supposed to happen for a second.
It was productive. That'd be a 15-yard variety, whether it'll be half the distance to the goal, probably, is what it looks like here.
Yeah, the ball's at the 12.
So that puts it at the 6. And Lebanon will have 4 tries from the 6-yard line.
4:43 left on the 3rd quarter clock. Lakers trail 28-7. 1st down and goal. This is where you want to see a ball on the turf, fellas.
Yeah, at this point, Lakers are going to need some...
Give it to Bartell. Stopped initially by Coleman and then thrown backwards. Gang tackled there by the Lakers. Coleman stopped that forward progress, though. Nice play by Jacoby. Bring up 2nd down and goal. Lebanon operating inside the Pacific Pools red zone.
When they snap this ball, there'll be less than 4 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, meaning that the vast majority of the quarter has been eaten up here with no Lakers not getting anywhere closer to cutting into the Lebanon lead. In fact, it looks like Lebanon has an opportunity to extend their lead.
2nd goal from the 5. It's a keeper for Smith. Run it left, cut it back right. He's into the end zone for 6. 3:52 to go in the ball game. That could be a telling blow on this night and for the season for the Lebanon Yellow Jackets and Camdenton Lakers.
And margin of error continues to get slimmer for the Lakers going forward.
Brings on Rhett Rhodes for the PAT.
Don't know if you guys can see this down here right where I'm standing. It's the old Highway 5 trophy. I'd sure like to keep it here for a few more times.
PAT's no good. PAT's no good. Okay. That's something positive. Your Smith Law Firm score. 11-34, Camdenton 7. It's Laker playoff football, powered by Poly the Boat Lifts, 93.5 Rocks the Lake and KRMS TV.
At HMI, we want every experience to feel like you're calling a friend. Thank you for being our valued customers. We at HMI are still here for all your service needs and future home project planning. HMI, we're the hearth of the home and family. Osage Beach and Nixa.
No one warns you like HMI.
Call 317-0464.
We bleed purple. Do you? It's Laker football on 93.5 Rocks.
3:52 to go in the third quarter. Lakers trail the Lebanon Yellow Jackets by a score of 34-7. A Somerset boat lift kickoff on the way. High, short, end-over-end kick, fielded by Waters at the 12-yard line, tripped up out across the 30 to the 31, a return of 19 yards. And that's where the Lakers will begin, down by 4 touchdowns. 34-7. A Laker drive powered by Purcell Tire. Haven't had a chance to say a quiet side quick shot change of possession yet tonight. Maybe in a way it was that onside kick.
Yeah. Well, there was that interception early on.
Bear Shore takes the snap on 1st and 10. Rolling left, going to fire here left side, and it should have been intercepted. It's incomplete. That was in the hands of Griffin Jones. Couldn't quite bring it in. Waters was the intended target. Dernan was down there as well.
Yeah, there was two Laker receivers, but 3 Lebanon defenders. I understand you got to take some chances at this point, but got to think if it was 3-on-2 over here, there may have been a mismatch somewhere else. But I don't blame you trying to go for 13 and 31 are your weapons so far, and I don't blame Bear looking for him.
2nd down and 10 from the 31-yard line. Low snap. Bear feels some pressure. He's going to throw over the middle into traffic, and it's picked. It's picked off this time by Bartell, and he's streaking down the sideline of the 5. He'll go out of bounds. Lebanon will set up 1st down and goal inside the Pacific Pools red zone. .324 left to go in the third. Bear trying to make something happen. He had pressure in his face.
Guys, at the conclusion of this game, we probably won't talk with head coach Jeff Shore, but we'll try to get a word in edgewise with offensive coordinator Park
Absolutely.
Pitts.
Yep.
See what's on his mind tonight. I think now if we, obviously we've got a whole quarter to go, but I think maybe we can talk about some of the good things that have happened this year.
No question. Give the ball. It's going to be stopped short.
Now they're going to call touchdown.
They're going to call touchdown? Yeah, one official said short, another official said touchdown.
All right, Anderson, what does Will Christian do here? Keep your field goal unit on the field? Or are you trying to make the math right?
I mean, the incredible thing is a 2-point conversion would start the turbo clock on the Lakers.
They're going to take a timeout.
Not sure what the heck is going on down on the field.
Well, I think that's the discussion. I think originally they sent the field goal unit out. Now they're going to keep the offense out there. They're going to try to put it up to that 35-point margin.
So they will try for 2. 40-7 is the score at the moment. Give it to Musha, running off right tackle, and he is in for the 2-point conversion. It is all Lebanon here in this district championship, 42-7. Your Smith Law Firm score. We'll step aside. This is Camdenton Laker playoff football, powered by Poly Livokas 93.5, Rocks the Lake, and KRMS TV.
Property damages, lost lives, horrible losses caused by floods can be minimized or prevented. DRIPS LLC believes the best way to prevent human suffering is through a fast and simple, stress-free barrier system. One 5-connected bag system replaces 750 regular sandbags and can be set up and filled in place by 2 men in less than 10 minutes. That's 200 times faster deploy than regular sandbags. Not only are our Big Bags USA barrier systems easy to lengthen and stack, but they conform to all types of terrain. Now is the time to implement a cost-saving, efficient deployment barrier plan and method. It's never too early to be prepared. Request a free quote today by calling 800-337-0537.
Fireplace shop. I probably won't need that loop the rest of the way. Somerset Boatlift kickoff fielded by Reese Waters at the 11-yard line as he scampers down the sideline and bottled up across the 30 at about the 33, a 22-yard return. Lakers will have it 1st and 10, and the running clock is on Camdenton here at home. That's
which, obviously, the psychological factor of that, but it also means, any kind of chance. Oh, you got a Laker down?
Looks like
But yeah, with the turbo clock on, it means
a yellow jacket down.
Is that what it is? Any advantage the Lakers would have coming back, throwing the ball through there, kind of goes out the window because the clock's not going to stop on incomplete passes or first downs or anything like that. Things that, typically with the Lakers in comeback mode would work to your advantage. But
it is a Laker down. I believe it's Reese Waters.
Yeah, the way I saw Jeff run over there, I kind of figured it might be. But so it is on the Lebanon sidelines.
He's going to pop up though. Not sure he's going to be able to come back to this football game. He's going to need to be helped off the field. And what a season for Reese on both sides of the football. With his track speed, think of that play he made that really set the tone down in West Plains. Set the Lakers up 1st down and goal, really kind of broke that game open. Broke West Plains back at that stage, and we all thought, okay, you come down to West Plains, you beat this team, this could be a special season. And it certainly has been. But it is coming to a close in a way we hoped we wouldn't see here tonight.
I tell you, these rematch games, man, they're
totally, yeah, absolutely right. And Camdenton's been on the right side of that against Lebanon before. On a rematch at Lebanon, the Murphy Ward game that we referenced earlier in 2012.
Works both ways for sure.
Fair shore of the snap on 1st down. Another high pass on a short pass play for Edson. Picks up just a couple.
Yeah, he had to he makes a one-handed grab there, which was impressive, but that hesitation he had to do doesn't allow him to make any kind of play after
exactly.
catch.
It's those short passes. It's so critical for those passes to be on the money, on time, so you can hit your guy in stride. And here's an errant pass looking for Durnan, incomplete.
Yeah, ball start. The wind has died down really at this point.
Flags are the American flag, the Laker flag down there.
It was.
I don't know, boys.
Now it's picked up a little bit there for a second.
It's all in who you ask.
Yeah, you're down there. Yeah, you got a better feel than that.
Yeah, now it's picked right back up again. Now it's just whipping across the field, coming from the far sideline to the near sideline.
3rd down and 8. Bear Shore off his back foot into double coverage. Durnin somehow brings in the catch.
Cam goes up one-on-one with the defender and just rips it away from him.
At the 43-yard line, it's a Camdenton Laker butcher shop 1st down.
That was the thing of beauty, boys.
No question. 1st and 10 at the 11 and 43. Low snap. Bears going to keep it. Running left. Bears got some space inside the 35-yard line. He's cut down inside the 31. A gain of 12. That is a trophy room at Old Kinderhook. Big run for QB1.
Yeah, and even though it's 1st down, the clock keeps on ticking away. 1 minute, 30 seconds.
Well, and on the other side of that, I think the Lakers want this to stop. And that's one of the best things that we could do is get a touchdown and stop that turbo clock.
Inside the Mid-City Lumber 2-minute warning on 1st and 10. Bears some pressure from his blind side. He steps up, screen for Durnin, turns it upfield inside the 20-yard line. Got 10, maybe 11, enough for another butcher shop 1st down. And the Lakers, I think, fellas, for the first time tonight, nope. Check that. They have gotten into the red zone once. Inside the Pacific Pools, red zone again.
This is the best the Lakers offense has looked all night for sure.
Durnin in motion, fake it to him. Barrett keeps it himself, breaks a couple of tackles at the point of attack and is wrapped up at the 15, a gain of 4. We continue inside that Mid-City Lumber 2-minute warning, heading towards 30 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter.
Bears coming off. He's looking a little hurt.
Is the clock stopped here?
Yes.
For an injured player, I assume, is why. Cade Durnin, who was nowhere near the action. He was already, I think he was all the way down here on the far bench.
Brendan,
they needed to call him to get in the game.
Did you say Mid-City Lumber?
I did. There you go.
Tough guy.
I did indeed.
My apologies to Mid-City Lumber.
Clock's running again. Now they get everybody set and going again.
This is 1st and 15 with Cade Durnin in the lineup. We were all very impressed with Cade last week, operating with the first team offense. He will fire here short to Durnin, turns it upfield, and then he gets wrestled out of bounds. That's going to be a personal foul and a little chippiness afterwards. The two sides have some words, but that's going to be plus 15 for the Lakers. Should be a 1st down. Unless it's half the distance to the goal, then it won't be.
This clock is stopped here, which...
It's a top deck penalty flag. Personal foul against Lebanon.
Party Cove student section voicing their opinions on what should happen.
Sorry about. Tough guy. I don't think they'll throw him down.
So it was half the distance to the goal, and it's just short of the 1st down.
Clock should be winded.
I'm sure handing the official his flag back.
Motion here, Durnin. Bear is back in the game. Durnin has the option to throw. He throws for the end zone. It's caught for a touchdown.
There it is.
Blake Ford brings it in.
You want it, you got it.
You always know Cam is a threat to throw that ball, and we've seen him want to throw that ball in similar plays. That's how he lets it loose and finds Ford dancing in the back of the end zone. Turns off the turbo clock with 15 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
Another nominee for our Lake Ozark Water and Sewer play of the game. Cam on for the PAT. Cam's played a great game tonight. A lot of seniors. Might be their swan song coming up here in the 4th quarter. High snap, kick is away, and the kick is good. Your Smith Law Firm score, 11-42, Camdenton 14. It's Laker playoff football, powered by Poly the Boatlifts, 93.5 Rocks the Lake, and KRMS TV.
Purchasing a boat is a pretty big investment, and when you purchase a Rough Water dock, you're protecting that investment for years to come. Rough Water Dock has been your trusted dock builder at the lake for over 30 years, specializing in custom docks that are built to withstand the rough waters of the Lake of the Ozarks. Rough Water is a full-service dock builder offering commercial construction, dock additions, swim docks. They're Amarin certified and fully insured. Rough Water Dock, the peace of mind you want and the protection you need.
573-552-1138.
It's the original home for Laker football. 93.5 Rocks.
Brennan Matthews, Luke Hagedorn inside the Kenny Carroll Excavating broadcast booth. KB on the sideline, Sammy Stava in our BG Tree Service Score Center, Mike Anthony back in Osage Beach, all the folks with LCTC helping to put on the television broadcast tonight on KRMS TV 32.1 on your antenna-enabled television, and all the folks back at Lakers Central.
How many different onside kick looks do you have?
Somerset Boatlift onside kick. There's the same look, and this time Lebanon falls on the football. They recover it. Does Gavin Smith out there on special teams? This kid does it all.
Pull out all the stops. It's district championship game here, and there's a Highway 5 trophy on the line, but more importantly, that district trophy, and probably most importantly, that opportunity to move on to the quarterfinal round.
Hey, we stopped the turbo clock, boys.
We did. For now, let's hope that sticks. Let's hope that sticks.
And that's the again, just like stopping at Lebanon Drive, take steps. Coming back in this ball game is going to take some steps.
Yep.
First one was stopping.
Find a turnover. 1st and 10 for Lebanon. And there's Gavin again pulling it out from the chest of Musha. Keeps it himself off left guard. Barrels his way close to the line to gain. And that will do it for the third quarter. Lebanon, your Smith Law Firm score, Lebanon 42, Camdenton 14. It's Laker playoff football powered by Poly the Boatlifts on 93.5 Rocks the Lake and KRMS TV.
GFL Environmental.
Have you noticed how Papo's Pizzeria seem to be popping up all over the map? People love Papo's Pizza. Hey, we've become a pizza lover's destination. Along with our other locations, we recently opened in St. Robert, Quincy, and Fairview Heights, Illinois. Opening now in Huntsville, Alabama, and coming soon to Jefferson City, Missouri. We need more exceptional people to grow with us. So if you love pizza and people, apply today at papospizzeria.com/join our team, because pizza plus people make Papo's.
It's the original home for Laker football. 93.5 Rocks.
Camdenton Laker playoff football here. We'll get to the fourth quarter. Now to the BG Tree Service Score Center. Sammy Stava with an update. Sammy.
Yes, thanks, Brendan. In Class 5, District 6, Carthage is up 28-14 on Republic late in the fourth. Francis Howe is Class 5 District 3 champions with a 42-7 win over Zumwalt North. And locally, Osage trails Reed Spring by the score of 28-6 in the fourth quarter. From the BG Tree Service Score Center, I'm Sammy Stava. Guys, back to you for the fourth quarter.
Sammy, thank you very much. Brendan and Luke here in the Kenny Carroll Excavating broadcast booth. KB in his shorts in the freezing weather has done a heck of a job down there.
I love it, man. I love it. Quick story. Bob Shore told me before they brought out these little heaters here, they used to use burn barrels, and there was a coach, if he didn't like the flag that was thrown, he'd pick it up and throw it in the burn barrel.
Lebanon gets pushed backwards, but not before. Just maybe enough for a first down.
Yeah, Smith kept it around that right side and stays on his feet. He's a tough runner. He's not a huge kid out there, but he's tough. He's a gamer, that's for sure.
1st and 10, Lebanon at the Lakers 42-yard line. 42-14, Lebanon leads it. They will be rooting for Carthage in that game down in Joplin tonight. Handoff right up the gut. And another Lebanon first down. Musha picks up 11, maybe 12. It has been a Lebanon attack tonight. I mean, Luke, I'd say roughly they're averaging, 8-9 yards a pop?
Yeah, especially when you add in that big long one that Musha had in the first half.
I mean, I wasn't even thinking about that. It just feels like they're ripping off a first down every snap.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, he's, and that's so different than the last time these two teams played.
No doubt.
And he's a film study. You find something and you like.
Give it to Musha up the middle. Parkman found his way in there to cut him down after a gain of 2.5 inside the 30-yard line. We're also inside 11 minutes to play in this ball game.
That one was more up the middle, but I feel like the aiming point on a lot of those was just a tad bit to a tad farther to the outside than it was that first time.
It is KRMS Osage Beach. That's powered by the Motor Hut. We're in the 9 o'clock hour. Lebanon leading this football game 42-14. Handoff, Glendenning up the middle. He's got some space, tackled from behind inside the 15-yard line. Whistles blow for a little extracurricular afterwards. Glendenning hasn't had that many stops.
The ball came out late a little there, but he's clearly down, but Lakers piling on it.
Parkman with the tackle. That's an Oakstar Bank play to bank on there for Jaden. Inside the Pacific Pools red zone. Thinking about a summer day inside a Pacific Pool right about now.
Man.
Holy cow.
We got a hot tub installed over here in the booth for next season.
Put that on the to-do list for sure. Inside the Pacific Pools red zone, 1st and 10. And a whistle will blow the play dead as Musha took it up the middle. 9:44 to go. Your New Spring Wellness Center time check. Let's see what this top deck penalty is all about. And it's procedure against Lebanon. Back them up 5. They'll operate behind the chains here.
You know, just kind of like the first game, round 1 of this matchup this season, everything kind of went the way Camden, Camden draws up a game plan against the team. It pretty much went the way that Camden wanted to go last time. Tonight, it's gone exactly the way that Lebanon would have drawn it up. Defer, stop the Lakers, put points on the board, and protect the lead. And that was the game.
Toss here right, Glendenning. He turns the corner inside the 15-yard line before he's stacked up close to the 10.
Wow. But you might get flagged for that one.
Yeah, well, they were both fighting. He kept fighting for the extra yardage, and Mellencamp was
again,
going to take him to the ground, and it might have been a tick or two outside the white line, but,
Clock stops at 9:01, ball at the 10-yard line. 2nd down and 5 on the way here for Lebanon. Inside the Pacific Pools red zone. 2nd and 5 from the Laker 10. Out of the flexbone offense, wing back to each side, Musha the fullback. Glendenning in motion. Give it to Musha up the middle. He's at the 5. Taken down inside the 5, but he's going to pick up enough for another Lebanon. 1st and 10, 1st and goal now.
Yeah, I think if you're Lebanon, was ideally exactly what you would want to happen.
Right.
There.
You don't score. You pick up 1st and goal, though. Opportunity to run a few more plays, milk a little bit more clock, heading towards 8 minutes. That's Jeshua Balderas, who limps off the field. Hilton had just checked back in on that defensive line.
Yeah, because even if you don't score here, you can run 2-3 minutes off the clock here.
1st down and goal. Give it to Musha. Norton meets him at the point of attack to drop him. We'll bring up 2nd down and goal.
Jeff takes a timeout.
Slumberland Furniture timeout. We'll take one with them. Lakers trail 42-14. It's Laker playoff football, powered by Poly Live Boat Lifts, 93.5 Rocks the Lake, and KRMS TV.
The lake area has an exceptional chance.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
It's Laker football on 93.5 Rocks.
7:48 to go here in the fourth. Lakers trail it 42-14. Brendan Matthews, Luke Hagedorn inside the Kenny Carroll Excavating broadcast booth. KB on the sidelines. His updates brought to you by Lensmart Optical. The Man Calves brought to you by HMI Fireplace Shop. KB's been right.
What's that?
I'm not sure what you're gesturing down there. Gavin Smith, the keeper, trying to work his way in. He does. Touchdown, Lebanon. 7:42 to go in the fourth quarter. They extend this lead back to 5 touchdowns. It's now 48-14. And I think, the defense, it'll be talked about tonight because Lebanon has had their way and they have not given the ball up. They have scored on every possession other than Camdenton recovering that onside kick, but that was not the defense. Here's Rhodes for the PAT, and the kick is no good. So the turbo clock will not start when we return. 48-14. Camdenton trails it. That's your Smith Law Firm score. It's Laker playoff football, powered by Poly, the Boatless, 93.5 Rocks the Lake, and KRMS TV.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 290,000 participants here in Missouri who take part in high school sports or activities.
It's Laker football on 93.5 Rocks.
Back here from the JOD where the Lakers trail Lebanon by a score of 48-14, down by 34 points. And now you start to think about what happens when this game comes to an end. Are we witnessing the final few minutes in the coaching career of Jeff Shore, something we alluded to earlier? And another short kick here on a Somerset Boatlift kickoff. Got to fall on that football, fellas.
Well, your main return man from tonight, Reese Waters, is currently being loaded onto a golf cart.
Yep. And what an unfortunate conclusion to his season for number 31. But yeah, a lot to think about here, fellas, of the ramifications after this ball game tonight.
Tommy McAgee comes over and gives him a hug and pats him on the shoulder pad.
This was a season built with seniors and upperclassmen to make a run.
Yep.
And this team will look radically different again next year.
Experienced seniors who got a lot of playing times as sophomore. I think
in that 2020 COVID year that we talked so much about, Camdenton didn't miss a game in 2020. And I think that worked wonders for these kids in their development and the type of senior year so many of them have had. Cam Durnan in a quarterback. He's going to launch one deep down the numbers for Hayes Hewlett. A little too long for Hayes, even with his speed, incomplete.
Almost in triple coverage there, but he still had the coverage beat. Had the pass been on line there. Cam's going to go back to receiver. Bear goes back to quarterback. Ethan Evans comes to the sidelines.
Yeah, Bear back in. Another Laker drive that is powered by Purcell Tire. Bear the snap, looking left, feeling some pressure now, flushed out to his right. Throw down the right sideline. It is caught by Hayes Hewlett for a very short gain, maybe 3 yards.
Gets out of bounds, stops the clock at 7 minutes, 22 seconds left. And there goes Reese. Heading out on a golf cart.
Golly. Hated for that kid.
Clearly bummed.
Yep. It has been a crazy night here at Bob Shore Stadium. Coldest night we have seen in quite some time, certainly this season. Temperatures 32 degrees. There's now snow in the forecast tonight, apparently. Durnan motions here to the right side. Bear looking left, feeling some pressure right in his grill. He stays up, though, and is able to throw the football away in the vicinity of Edson, so no way is that grounding. It's an incomplete pass.
Yeah, it's like a delayed blitz here. They got after him in a hurry.
And
got another Laker down. Jeff Short comes on the field.
Jeff's had to do that a lot tonight.
Some of those injuries that and a nice, regular kind of temperature game that you take don't hurt quite as much and don't shock your system quite as much. You're able to pop up. And when it's cold out there like that, especially even on the sidelines for a couple minutes, as the Laker offense has, you take a shot and it's that Gunner.
It's Gunnar Morris who comes off the field holding his left side. 4th down for the Lakers. 4th down and 6 from their own 24-yard line. And if you're going for it, 4th down and 6 at your own 24 in the 4th quarter, probably not great news.
Any chance of a comeback?
Here comes the pressure again in the grill of Bear. And he slings the ball incomplete. What a pass and what a catch by Edson.
Edson had to go up in the air for that one.
Butcher shot 1st down again with the pressure bearing down on Bear's shore. He finds a way to connect. And he's certainly not 100% healthy here. Snap to Bear. Pressure in his grill. Steps up. Throws down the seam short of his intended target, Cam Durnan. And we talk so much about how these defenses over the last couple of years, going all the way back to 2018, really, how they have played this Purple Tide 5 wide, and so many have elected to drop everybody back. Lebanon did that a few weeks ago. Camdenton ate their lunch. Glendale, you wonder what kind of blueprint they put out there a few weeks ago in that win where they got in Bear's grill. And the Camdenton's offense put up points, but there were some vulnerabilities shown, and Lebanon's come at them tonight. Cade Durnan into the game. He dumps it off for Hewlett, turns it up the field across the 40.
Durnan in a quarterback. He connects with number 3 Hayes Hewlett for the completion.
Hayes, our pregame guest tonight in the Adair Roofing pregame show. 3rd down and 2, 6:47. Still to go here in this ballgame. Cade Durnan, QB draw, up the middle. Be brought down from behind, but enough for a Butcher shot 1st down.
Go ahead, boys.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, KB.
I was just going to say, I think so.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
A little hesitation there by Durnan. Picks up the yardage, picks his first.
1st and 10 from their own 45. Pressure in Cade's face, dumps it off to Hayes Hewlett. Pick up 4, maybe 5 yards. Again, we were all very impressed with Cade Durnan last week. This might be your QB1 next year, fellas.
I mean,
a little glimpse at the future.
He is a bit of an heir apparent, Obviously, a lot of questions in Lakerland how the 2023 season will look, especially the leadership at the top.
3-step drop. Here comes some pressure. Cade feels it. Tries to shovel it over to Javari Stewart. Incomplete. And nice heads-up play there by Cade Durnan to get rid of the football in the vicinity of a receiver where nobody can beat you on the other side. Snap to Edson. Fire here, right sideline. Or it should be Durnan, who connects with Edson.
Bears checking back in the game.
Edson, the one weapon in this receiving corps, fellas, that is a junior.
Yep.
Kyle Edson back next year.
Maybe 6 inches or so short of a 1st down.
Timeout.
Yep. Slumberland Furniture timeout. We'll keep it here. 6:06 to go in this football game. Lebanon leads 42-14. But yeah, you do kind of get a sense here, Jeff, trying to get every last ounce out of this offense. And again, in what might be the end of his coaching career, we never really talked about it much on our conversations. I don't think it's something Jeff really wanted to talk about that much, but it's been pretty well known over the last couple of years that when Bear graduated, that was going to be the end of the line for Jeff Shore as the head coach.
Yeah, that is the assumption here,
And Jeff's decision, mind you. That was Jeff's blueprint.
Yeah, nothing's final till it's final. Things, we've seen crazier things happen, and that's why, we haven't talked about it too much, but, that is the assumption. Heard it from several sources, of course. And Jeff's referenced it himself.
Yes, he has, and
but, you wake up tomorrow morning,
And it's a new day. And there's a Curley jump there on the right side. We haven't had many KB Curley moments this year.
A lot of tonight's, there's one turnover for the Lakers tonight, but there's a big one. There's one or two. There was the one early for sure. The one that was 6-7.
There was two. Two picks. As Bear feels some pressure down the right numbers, going up to make an athletic catch at the 20-yard line. Again, the aforementioned Kyle Edson. Maybe a little mixtape for Kyle before 2023 rolls in.
Yeah, you talk about some of the juniors. Kyle's one of them. Obviously, Ford is another one that contributes. Michael Seek. Mitchell Seeks, he's another one here who's a junior that will be contributing next season.
1st and 10 Lakers, Bear Shore, left corner of the end zone for Durnan, incomplete. New Spring Wellness Center time check, 5:50 to go in this fourth quarter. Lebanon up 48-14. Heck of an offensive line this year, fellas, that for the most part will graduate. Garrett Hilton will be back next year, junior, but Gabe Norton, Gunnar Morris, Bear Shore the snap, has some pressure, or I should say some protection from that right side as he throws it outside the right side of the end zone, incomplete. But Jackson Scott, Gabe Norton, Gunnar Morris, Joshua Curley, 4/5 of that starting offensive line. And then you throw in Logan Wheat. Logan Wheat's also a junior. He'll be part of that starting group next year. But 4/5 of your opening day offensive line will graduate. Bear underneath completes to Hayes Hewlett, who's immediately dropped inside the 15-yard line. Gain of 6. Going to bring up 4th down. Inside the Pacific Pools red zone of the Lakers. From the right hash.
Lakers going to take a flag on this one. Cam.
Top deck penalty.
Had some movement over there on the far side.
Procedure against the Lakers.
Actually kind of opens the field up a little bit here. Gives you more room to operate with.
That's a good point. Fourth down and 9. Just inside the Pacific Pools red zone. 3 receivers left, 2 to the right for Bear Shore. Lakers down 48-14. Play clock down to 7. 6, 5. 3, 2, 1. Takes the snap. Feeling some pressure. Rolling to his left. More pressure. Lobs one up. Back of the end zone. Incomplete. We'll get a top deck penalty flag. At the moment, it's a turnover on downs. Lebanon's bringing the offense out. I wonder if that's not the last throw we've seen Bear Shore throw in a Laker uniform. Still haven't seen the call.
Jackets could theoretically finish this ball game with the ball in their hands, and Lakers may never see it on offense again.
Lebanon offense onto the field, 48-14 the score. Just a real shocker tonight. I think we knew that Lebanon was going to come, and they were going to be much better than they were a few weeks back. But this looks like a state caliber team if they play like this.
Certainly battle tested. I think I know as a wise man once said, hindsight is 50-50, but
It's 2020, actually.
I know, but Yogi Berra, I think.
Did Yogi say that?
I think so. But hindsight, but Lebanon got to play it in Week 10. Camden set it home, and
that too. So that's an interesting talking point. I also will bring up Lebanon full rest heading into this game, while Camdenton had to play last Saturday afternoon.
A lot of, it wasn't a full game for the Lakers, and maybe, that's the other thing. You come in, you kind of mollywop the Raw Bulldogs, and it's not like even a full game. It's not, your starters didn't play the full game and everything like that.
That too. That's part of it, is where it. But that's also to the extent that's what Lebanon had their first week in districts.
Sure.
This gets you a few reps. This gets you out there on the field. So Lebanon ready, 1st and 10 after that Purcell Tire Laker drive came to an end. Here's Glendenning up the middle across the 45-yard line, spun down. Spencer Mellencamp, his name will be brought up as our Butcher Shop Golden Pork Chop Award winner tonight. I got Camdenton as a candidate as well.
Sure.
Late substitution here for Lebanon on the offensive line. We see Gunnar Williams check out.
Stuff, fellas, is, the seniors that have played so well this season.
Golly, yeah, no doubt.
And this is just like a gut punch for them.
Yeah, I'm about to mention all of them.
2nd down and 2, Glendenning in motion. Give it up the middle, Musha powering his way, spinning inside the 45-yard line, moving the chains for another 11 and 1st down. Blake Ford out there on defense. Blake Ford, another name, a junior. He's got great speed. We'll see him back next year as a playmaker for this Camdenton Laker football team.
We'll talk about all the seniors here in a second coming up after this play. Kind of make our way through the list here, because if you stick through this program, you make it all the way to your senior year, you're going to get your name on the radio at least said once. There's
a fumble.
Ball on the ground, Lakers.
McEllier, McEllier. It's an Oak Star Bank play to bank on. Tommy McEllier with the fumble recovery. Golly, we needed that.
Never say die.
A little earlier. And again, it's a byproduct of that Lebanon offense. Again, at least 3 fumbles tonight. Lakers do get one. They recovered the onside kick. Lakers certainly did have some opportunities tonight. The score is going to look lopsided. Hey, and we get to see this Laker offense one more time. A Laker drive powered by Purcell Tire. Bear feeling some pressure. Tunnel screen here to Edson. Breaking some tackles midfield. 45-40. Sidesteps another man. 25. Forced out of bounds near the 20. Gain of 30 yards and a Camdenton Laker 1st down, sponsored by the Butcher Shop. 3:28 on this 4th quarter clock.
Certainly not the way the head coach wanted to go out tonight, but tell you what, these guys aren't letting you down.
No, they're not. There's no quit in these Lakers. Bear will waft one. Short corner of the left end zone, incomplete.
A push there, but at this point in the ball game, don't think you're going to get that flag. But that Laker turnover delayed the reading of the seniors, a tradition of mine that isn't always the most pleasant, because it always means the season's coming to an end, but it's something that's important to me, because like I said, any of these kids who made your way from 7th grade all the way up to your senior year, and you make it all the way to the end, even those ones that maybe aren't on the starting 11 or starting 22,
2nd down and 10. Bear, screen pass, a little high, but Durnan brings it in. Tries to angle far sideline, out of bounds near the 15. A late flag, top deck penalty at the end.
Be about half a distance to the goal there. You turn that into a 1st down. I got 2 flags though, so depending on what they are, they could offset here. Although
one official was blowing his nose.
If one's during the play, the other one's a dead ball foul.
It does remind me, folks, that the score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Good sportsmanship? Help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message brought to you by your friends here at the Missouri State High School Activities Association, 93.5 Rocks the Lake, and KRMS TV.
Tell you, my personal history is not going to remember this score.
Trying to forget this ASAP, right? No,
I just like the fact that you read them with such enthusiasm, and you're running with good sportsmanship. God love you, Brendan.
Top deck penalty here, KB, and they're trying to sort this one out.
I gotta tell you, chop block on the Lakers and a late hit by the Lebanon Yellow Jackets.
For a game that is five touchdown spread at the moment, this thing has moved at a snail's pace in the last half an hour. I think half an hour ago we were about 7.5 minutes in this game. Bear shore of the snap. Bear towards the end zone, single coverage, and it's intercepted. Again, we haven't had to be able to say it very much tonight. A quiet side, quick shot change of possession, because, well, it finally happened a few minutes ago on the fumble. That's the first one. That was the only one of the night. This one goes for Lebanon, and Luke will be able to read your departing seniors here at Camdenton. Luke, why don't you take it away?
All right, let's start out with number 2, Jabari Stewart, man. What a career he's had. So much potential there. And this season, I think they finally found it. Hayes Hewlett, speedy guy out there. Hewlett's a name that you've been hearing on Lakerland a long time. Bear Shore, obviously QB1. Just the toughness that kid played with this season, something we'll always remember. Number 9, Tommy McElroy, a kid who just really made an impact his senior year on that defensive side of the football.
And off on first down for Lebanon. The Lakers are able to bottle that up for a short game.
Number 12, Noah Brewer. Got to talk to him last week. Of course, number 13, Cam Durnan, just signed his letter of intent to go play baseball at Wichita State. Looking forward to his baseball career.
Parkman's going to come off the field holding his right arm as it is dangling there at Stinger, hopefully, but man, he is in some pain as he comes off the field, and Lakers have had a myriad of injuries tonight. Luke?
Number 17, Griffin Marr. Number 18, Bentley Page.
Second down, give it to Glendenning, running right. He's got some space across the 30, 35, 40. Glendenning is going to go to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, a Lebanon touchdown at 2:15 to go. And the Lebanon crowd to their feet. And just a shocking score here at Bob Shore Stadium with the Yellow Jackets on top. Now 54-14.
With the turbo clock kicking in, I better get going on this. Number 22, Wiley Powers. Just an injury-riddled senior season, but such a great career for number 22. Aiden Bansyke, he's one of those senior stories that comes in his senior year and really contributes. Reese Waters, of course. Ethan Evans.
Rhodes PAT, high snap. Did he get this one? Yeah, he did. PAT good. Smith Law Firm score. Lebanon 55, Camdenton 14. Luke will continue his seniors when we come back. It's Laker playoff football powered by Poly, the boat lifts. 93.5 Rocks the Lake and KRMS TV.
Somerset Boat Lifts offers a full range of Duratec boat lifts, the most durable and technologically advanced boat lifts on the market, all expertly installed by the team who want to make sure you're safe and prepared. Somerset also provides top-notch service and repairs. Check out their products at somersetboatlifts.com or call 573-348-5073. Let Somerset Boat Lifts help you make boating better.
Beach Parkway.
It's the
your regional home for Laker football. 93.5 Rocks.
Somerset boat lift kickoff coming up here. Lakers will get the football back. I would think with a different, some of the backups, but we'll see. Luke, why don't you continue some of those seniors?
Yeah, number 43, Jaden Parkman, just an all-around guy. It's been fun to watch since his sophomore year. Jackson Scott coming up big there on the offensive line in several different positions. Devin Blakely. Jacoby Coleman, man, another one of those seniors that just, you don't hear from, then his senior year just plays a heck of a job there at the nose guard position.
Somerset boat lift kickoff bobbled. The ball is loose. I think Lebanon's going to come away with the loose football.
Continuing on with the seniors, number 60, Ulysses Alonzo. Number 62, Joshua Curley, again, playing that guard. And the way they pulled him so much, he was an integral part of that offensive line. So oftentimes, if you knew where if you knew where 62 was going, you knew where the ball was going. Number 63, Gunnar Morris, another guard on this team. They pulled him some too as well. Super high effort guy. He's a guy that they really kind of moved around a little bit.
Look, let me say we're inside the Mid-City Lumber 2-minute warning. Locations in Osage Beach, Columbia, Boonville, Jeff City, and Sedalia. Visit midcitylumber.com, and it was Drew Bowling that recovered that.
Oh!
Thank you, KB.
Tough guy.
One more time.
Lebanon in the victory formation here, going to kneel it on out here. Wrapping up the seniors, number 72, Logan Folk. Number 74, Gabe Norton. What can you say about Gabe?
I think deserving to be at least consideration for All-State. I think he's been fantastic this year.
For sure. Number 76, Justin Christensen. Number 78, Chase Wilson. And number 4, Caden Jefferson. He's a guy, they ask him to do something he really hadn't done most of his career. He rushes from the edge and just does a great job, and I think it winds up leading this team in sacks this season.
Didn't need him tonight, and that's a shame because he brings so much energy. And that's something, it's indirect because that's not his specialty, Luke, but I think you missed his energy on defense tonight.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's nobody's fault. That's just, I think it's a reality. This is 2nd down and 13 in the victory formation for Lebanon. One more kneel down, Gavin Smith, and just an absolute stunner here at Bob Shore Stadium, home of the Lakers, where the Lebanon Yellow Jackets are moving on to the Class 5 state quarterfinals. They beat the Lakers tonight, 55-14. Camdenton's season comes to an end with a record of 9-2. Lebanon, meanwhile, they move on. They're 11-1. We will learn who their opponent might be next week, and it could set up Lebanon to host a state quarterfinal next week. Element Roofing post-game shows coming up. It's Laker football powered by Polylift Boat Lifts, 93.5 Rocks the Lake, and KRMS TV.
Family friendly, affordable, and open to the public. Just 3 ways to describe the Trophy Room at Old Kinderhook. The Trophy Room has been serving families affordable and delicious meals for years, and everyone is welcome. And they've got something for everyone in your family too, with prime rib specials on Friday and Saturday nights, and a great kids menu for your little ones. Book your reservation at opentable.com or call the Trophy Room at 573-317-3560.
Remember, 216-9118.
Polylift Boat Lifts. Boaters everywhere have relied on Polylift Boat Lifts to raise their boat up and out of the water time and time again. Polylift Boat Lifts are made of the finest materials.
There's something for everyone at Alhana Resort. Explore the lake area, take in picturesque scenery, enjoy boating and fishing, or just chill poolside or by the fire. Whether it's a family reunion, romantic weekend getaway, excursion with friends, or annual vacation, Alhana is the perfect place to stay any time of the year. Great food, entertainment, lodging. Alhana Resort at the end of Horseshoe Bend has it all, making memories for almost 70 years. Let them help make your next trip one to remember. Book now at thealhanaresort.com.
Number 1 on my bucket list is remodeling the kitchen. I chose Designer Showcase Remodeling over the competition because I know my kitchen will look wonderful. Owner Jeff Kanata is the first award-winning certified master kitchen and bath designer at the lake. Designer Showcase Remodeling works with my budget, focusing on my wish list to make it a reality. Your home is their passion. View their services, gallery, and contact information at designershowcase.me or call Jeff at 630-774-1432.
Now back to the field with Brendan, Luke, and KB.
Didn't see this one coming tonight, folks. As we bring you the Ellerman Roofing post-game show. Ellerman Roofing, a division of Kimescorp. You deal with the owner personally, and he oversees your commercial or residential project. Call 573-348-3553. A 55-14 win for Lebanon tonight. And it kind of started like last week against Rolla, but Camdenton was able to quickly move away from it. They were looking up at 7-0 deficit and didn't give up. 6-0 deficit maybe last week, and didn't look back. Reeled off the next 42 points.
Yeah.
Not the case tonight. Early interception, and it took away Camdenton's edge in that first half, where they take the opening kickoff, and then immediately you're looking up at a deficit. You realize Lebanon gets the ball to start the second half, even though Camdenton was able to remedy that situation, recovering an onside kick, but they got some breaks, didn't quite get enough. Lebanon, I don't think they played a perfect game, but they looked awfully good on offense, and had the right combination on defense to really limit this Laker attack.
Yeah, I think if you're Coach Will Christian and the Lebanon Yellow Jackets, just played out exactly the way you imagined it, exactly the way you would want it to, exactly the way you would draw it up, and the Lakers just found themselves in a deficit, and while they were built to come back, they just never could put together a long enough drive, couldn't stop enough drives, couldn't come up with all those fortunate things that have to kind of go your way sometimes to win a football game on any level. Just didn't go the Lakers' way. Talk about that magic purple helmet sometimes. Magic wasn't in it tonight.
It was not. And a couple of the real, again, standout plays for the Lakers. You recover the onside kick to start the second half, and then, as I mentioned, a play that I think maybe you roll out once a year. It was a triple reverse to Camdenton, who had Lebanon beat, had Reese Waters open. Reese couldn't quite bring in the pass down the left seam, and I think that was the moment, kind of let the air out of the balloon, and Lebanon would step on the gas after that and really not look back.
Yeah, a couple different times where this is one of those games where I feel like the coaching staff had a good plan coming in tonight. I think they had some good plays, and I think they called them at the right time. It was just execution wasn't there. Part of that, I think, has to do with the wind and the cold. First time the Lakers have faced the elements really this season at all. All of it played in, and like I said, I think the main thing is you never like to play that second game when it comes to the revenge factor, because especially on this level, it's just so
especially with these two teams.
Yeah, it's just as lopsided as that score may have been in the first time these two teams met, that game wasn't that far apart.
It was not.
It's just kind of like this. You look
I think there were two turnovers that basically the difference in the ball game.
Yeah, and this game, even though it's a 55-14, obviously that's not a pretty score on the scoreboard, but again, I don't think it was that far.
I don't think so either.
I don't think these two teams are that far apart. The scores don't tell the story. I just think they often talk about how styles make a fight, and these are two teams with completely different styles, and they just kind of you need a football game to go a certain way to win it. You can win it in other styles, but the ideal picture of how to win a football game for these two teams are completely different from one another. They're reverse images of each other.
We'll get to Sammy here in a second and get our final BG Tree Service score update here.
Coach Shore's really taking his time out there.
No doubt. Again, we don't know if this is indeed Jeff's last game. Yeah, I think never completely say never, right? You're not quite to that stage yet. So hey, let's get to our Stover Carpet and Drapery highlights.
Breaking up the huddle.
No,
here.
let's not. Okay, let's try to. We'll try to get KB and the coach. We're hoping to get Par Pitts, but let's do some highlights here. Let's get to our Stover Carpet and Drapery highlights from tonight. Laker loss. Again, Smith keeps it, and again the Lakers do a good job of stacking him up, but I think he made it in for a touchdown, and Lebanon is on the board. 8:25 to go in the first. They lead the Lakers 6-0. They turn the interception into points. Fourth down and goal. Gavin Smith off left tackle. He's in for a touchdown. Lebanon extends their lead. It's 13-0. 2:07 to go here in the first. Bear Shore will fire corner of the end zone. He's got a man. It is caught for a touchdown. All right, Mike, let's bring it back here. I think we've got KB. Start quarter number 2. Let's take a...
Durnan lays out for that one, sacrifices his body.
Again, a keeper and an option pitch to Bartell. Dives for the goal line. Touchdown. That was close. In the college game, it would be reviewed, but this is the high school game. It's 7:03. A 5-yard touchdown run by Bartell. Let's see if we can pull out of these highlights, Mike. Let's get down to the field.
One man deep, everybody else near the 50-yard line, anticipating an onside kick. Lakers not necessarily an onside kick formation, but
Lakers down by 3 touchdowns. There is the onside kick. It hops up there. I think the Lakers got it.
There you go,
Unbelievable. Second down and 10 from the 31-yard line. Low snap. Bear feels some pressure. He's going to throw over the middle into traffic, and it's picked. It's picked off this time by Bartell. And he's streaking down the sideline of the 5. He'll go out of bounds. Lebanon will set up first down and goal. Motion here, Durnan. Bear is back in the game. Durnan has the option to throw. He throws for the end zone. It's caught for a touchdown. There it is. Blake Ford brings it in. Second down, give it to Glendenning, running right. He's got some space across the 30, 35, 40. Glendenning is going to go to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, 11, and touchdown at 2:15 to go. And the Lebanon crowd to their feet, and just a shocking score. All right, that's it. That's your Stover Carpet and Drapery on top. Stover Carpet and Drapery Laker highlights here. Mike, if we can pull out of those. Kneel down, Gavin Smith, and just an absolute stunner here at Bob Shore Stadium, home of the Lakers, where the Lebanon Yellow Jackets are moving on to the Class 5 state quarterfinals. They beat the Lakers tonight, 55-14. Camdenton's season comes to an end. There you go. Stover Carpet and Drapery Laker highlights out of the field. KB and the Par Pits.
All right, man. Well, been a good season. A lot of things that you can build off of for next season. A lot of things that happened right this season. How do you tell these guys that they played some good football after a game like this?
You know, it's tough. It never ends the way you want it to, except for 6 teams in the state each year. And so, you know, unfortunately tonight wasn't our night. Coach Shore said it best. You know, we just couldn't catch any kind of break, and they played a good physical, hard-nosed, effective game on both sides of the ball. And so, give them a lot of credit. But you know, our guys played hard and competed, and so proud of what they did. And our season was an outstanding season. You know, and won some big ball games, came back, from some deficits and bounced back after a loss. And so we're proud of our kids and the way they came back each time that they were challenged.
I think one of the most impressive things that you guys pulled off this year was early in the season when you were on the road for 4 out of 5 games and you didn't lose one of them.
Right. You know, the maturity of our guys. We had a lot of guys that had a lot of varsity reps, and we had a lot of guys that were focused on whatever the task was. You know, if we had to play on the road, they didn't care. And that was one of the trademarks of this team. They never made excuses. We told them at the beginning of the year, if you make an excuse, then that keeps you from improving. You've got to be able to just take it and improve. And whatever the challenge is, playing on the road, playing in the cold, playing in the wet, whatever, we were going to handle it.
Yeah. And I want to keep this short and sweet and to the point because I know you'd like to go thank the senior players as much as possible. But on a personal note, I want to thank you very much for spending some time with us after each game. I know you kind of got thrust into this a little bit, but you do an awesome job, and it's so great to be able to have the opportunity to talk with you because I think you do a phenomenal job of breaking the game down, talking about everything that goes right, maybe talking about some things that didn't go so right. But Par, thank you so much. Very, 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 very thankful to have you stepping up and stepping in this year, and it really meant a lot to me personally, and I know the guys.
Okay, I appreciate the opportunity just to talk a little football and put a little spotlight on our guys, for sure.
Absolutely, sir. here. Parpitz, offensive coordinator for the Camdenton Lakers. And again, guys, he didn't pick us. We kind of picked him. And
KB, I think you said that great about Parr. I mean, what a gentleman. He would record those interviews on Thursday with me, and as Jeff came back and we were able to bring Jeff onto the show the last month, I wanted to make sure, hey, Parpitz stepped up and helped us out and keep his voice, because he does a marvelous job. And I think you said
he's a natural.
Said it right. He sure
really
did.
is.
And he's a great coach.
And a great coach. Great offensive coordinator for this Laker team, and a great cheerleader for these guys as well. Well, gentlemen, we come to the end of another season, and I want to thank Lensmart Optical as always for the great job, the great sponsorship, the great support that they've provided over the years, and also to our good friends and family at HMI Fireplace Shop, who again have sponsored the Man Calves. I don't know how many years they've done it now. I've had the ponytail sponsored. I've had a lot of different things that we've talked about sponsoring, but thankfully somebody came to their senses before we went ahead with it. But we'll just leave it at that, gentlemen. It's been a fun season, and thank you so much to the great Laker faithful who stayed here with us tonight and took on the elements and everything, and we will be here for you next year, guys.
You better believe it.
We will be here
God
for
willing.
you next year.
God willing.
Yes, God willing, and the river don't rise. But it's been great. It's hard to see him lose like this, and I know that when my son played and everything, how emotional it was.
Yeah.
That final game when they lost there up there was at Parkway Central, and how tough that was. And I know how hard it is for some of these guys, but I got to tell you, these guys played like troopers, and sometimes there's just certain Laker teams that you really enjoy watching. And this was one of those experiences. I really enjoyed these guys.
Yep.
Names that I will never forget: Shore, Parkman, Norton, a lot of these guys. Of course, Durnan. You can't even turn the corner without seeing or hearing about it. Durnan, and so many of these other great guys who just really stepped up. We saw some amazing things this year.
Yeah, we did.
And I want to thank each and every one of these players, each and every one of these coaches, the wonderful job that we saw from the Pride of the Lake Marching Band, the cheerleaders, the dance squad, all of these wonderful fans, the student section. And I want to thank my three brothers up there in the broadcast booth, Brendan, Luke, and Sammy.
Don't forget Sammy up here.
Oh, of course. That's why I said three. Got them all. And you guys have been...
You're the best, buddy. Like I said, a national treasure, and I don't say that lightly. And golly, this has been so much fun. And I know we were kind of planning on maybe another game or two. I know they were too.
Yep.
And it's like Parr said, only 6 teams get to raise a banner at the end of the year. Everybody else goes home disappointed.
Yeah,
at the end of the day.
So as we like to say, if you're here in Camdenton, around the lake, around the state, around the country, around the world, it's worth saying, it's worth repeating, because don't be surprised what happens in the future with this team. And let's go Lakers.
He is the man. That's KB, HMI Fireplace Shop. Of course, Lensmart Optical. This is the Ellerman Roofing post-game show. Sammy is ready. Insider BG Tree Service Score Center. Our final update of the year. Sammy, take it away.
Yes, thank you, Brennan, for the final time this season. In Class 5, District 6, Carthage, top-seeded Carthage, beats Republic 28-14. So that means Lebanon will host Carthage next week. Is that right?
Yep.
That is right. Okay, so Lebanon versus Carthage next week. Francis Howell is Class 5 District 3 champions with a 42-7 win over Zumwalt North. Francis Howell's 11-0. They're the only undefeated team in Class 5.
My gracious.
And in Class 4, District 6, the other Ozark Conference game of the night, West Plains beats Bolivar by the score of 45-0. And then locally, Osage falls to Reed Spring 35-6 in their Class 3 District 6 championship game. And can I throw a little basketball score in there? Mizzou basketball beats Penn 92-85 to improve to 2-0 in the season. Noah Carter with 28 points.
Nice. Let's go Tigers.
I do want to say it's been an unbelievable season. I know it ended on a bad note tonight, but that doesn't take away the good season that Camden had. Still the Ozark Conference champions for a reason. And guys, it's been a blast.
Thanks,
BG
Sammy.
Tree Service Score Center. I'm Sammy Stout. Lakers is out.
Good job, Sammy.
Sammy's awesome, and he does great work for us in the Score Center, of course, through social media as well, helping us bring you these broadcasts each and every week. It's been a great step for us this year, and we'll get to that in a second. But we have stats, Luke. Econo lift, boat lift stats.
Yeah, Bear Shore ran the ball 10 times for 47 yards. Cade had the 3-yard run. Cam had a negative 2-yard run. Reese had a negative 4-yard run. Through the air, Bear completed 15 of 34 for 182 and a touchdown, along of 39. Big stat here is Big K Musha for the Lebanon Yellow Jacks. They ran him 32 times. He gained 235 yards and 2 touchdowns, along of 54.
My gosh. That's an all-state running back right there.
That's an all-state performance for sure against one of the best defenses in the state, who shut him down last time. He got his revenge tonight.
Econo lift, boat lift stats there from Luke. Our Ellerman Roofing postgame show. One final segment here. Our Golden Pork Chop brought to you by the Butcher Shop. Luke, couple different possibilities. I got to throw Cam Durnan's name out there. I thought Cam played a great game in his final performance as a Laker as he goes on to play baseball at Wichita State next year.
Just had a signing day. Pretty neat deal there. But yeah, Cam's a good one. I can't really argue with that. But name we haven't mentioned this year for Pork Chop, Spencer Mellencamp. Made a bunch of tackles. Was forced to make a bunch of tackles, but that kept some of those big gains and becoming super big gains. And so we'll throw it out to him, but also just, a general shout out to this entire team, the senior class in particular, and the entire Shore family, which, although Bob's name will always be on the stadium, we may not see another one out on those
At least
fields.
not for a while, right?
Yeah.
We'll see what the future holds. And again, never say never. We'll see if an announcement comes in the next few days. But Jeff, a great friend and a tremendous coaching and playing career here at Camdenton High School. Well, folks, again, a great season and a great technology as we bring you a television and live streaming broadcasts all season long. And it's been great, and great work by the LCTC and all the fine folks, CJ and company there with KRMS TV. Again, hate to see the season come to a close, but it does here tonight for the Lakers as they lose by a score of 55-14. For my partner, Luke Hagedorn, KB on the sideline, Sammy in our BG Tree Service Score Center, our man, Mike Anthony, back in Osage Beach, who every single week brings it and helps us put on this great broadcast. And again, for all the fine folks there with the LCTC. My name is Brendan Matthews, folks. The season is over, but we'll see you next summer for the 2023 edition of the Camdenton Lakers. We say so long for now from a frigid Camdenton, Missouri. Have a great